When it comes to peace, we all have our different ways of looking at it and trying to achieve this peace. Now, when we talk about people like Kaguya or Madara, these were inherently good people. It's just that over time, their thoughts sort of became corroded. Like, take someone like Obito. He was pushed to the edge by Madara. So his good intentions of wanting to become the Hokage and basically wanting world peace. Remember, this kid lived in the Third Great Ninja War, which we know was one of the worst wars ever. And growing up in a time period like that, anything could happen. And Madara took that to his advantage and basically used the kid now against the entire world. And on that same note, the first character I'm going to be talking about is Obito Uchiha, one of the members of the Uchiha clan, which already was planning to do the job himself, even though he went out to go kill them all himself to prevent the Uchihas from attacking the village. Before I get into that, I would really appreciate it if you guys just like and subscribe. Thank you. But luckily, Itachi didn't have to shoulder the entire burden, because now the way that he went to go do that was he used Itachi, even though Itachi had to kill his own parents. But Obito did all the dirty work by going to off the women and children of the clan. Very sad story. But moving on to later in his life, when we see him start to orchestrate the Fourth Great Ninja War. Now this is what really put him on the map. And the reason he isn't higher on my list is not that he wasn't a good villain. To me, he's just not that good of a character. See, what Obito is just Madara's shadow at the end of the day. Madara even says it himself to Obito that you are Madara, because think about it, he carried out the entire plan of Madara. Yes, he was the best person to complete the plan, that I agree with. He got Nagato's Renegons, he was able to go get the Geto statue, get all the tail beasts in there, manipulate the Akatsuki to do so, and he carried out the plan perfectly all the way up until the end. But then again, the only part that really makes him different from other villains was actually when Naruto talk no jutsu'd his way into Obito's mind and made him realize, like, what the heck am I doing with my life? Turned him basically into a good guy, and then he sacrificed himself. That moment for me was where Obito became different, where he really became Obito, and he embraced himself and protecting his friends instead of fighting his friends. Now, a big similarity that I wanted to talk about as well between Obito and Madara was Madara only realized his mistakes at the very end of his life. After Kage was defeated, he was laying on the ground basically dead, and he finally acknowledged to Hashirama, listen, I've made some mistakes, but we could be friends now. And on that note, the next villain on our list is Madara. Now, you're probably surprised, aren't you? Why is Madara number one? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see, because I got someone special that you might not have expected. Now, Madara is definitely the best villain that Naruto's ever had, and that's Naruto and Boruto, because Boruto is all Tsukis, it's boring, but Naruto, it has depth. Madara has been built up for literally over 500 episodes plus, because he was hyped up literally since part 1. Now, one of the first feats he did right after being resurrected in the Fourth Great Ninja War was taking on the entire Shinobi Alliance. Now, that is a feat. Think about it, you're taking on 20,000 people at one time. Like, if that isn't a feat, I don't know what is. And in terms of powers, hey, he's got all of them. Sharingan, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Then the man awakened Rinnegan right in the middle of battle. That's literally never been done before, besides Hagoromo. And speaking of Hagoromo, he does in fact say that when Madara became the Ten-Tail Shinjuriki and opened up a third eye, he was basically on the same level as Hagoromo in his prime, which is really saying something, because Hagoromo is not one to play around. But still, there's somebody more evil. Now, who might it be, you might ask? Black Zetsu, the man who stabbed Madara right through the chest. Right when we thought it was finally gonna be over, maybe Naruto and Sasuke might find some sort of way to defeat Madara together and that will be the end. Nope, Black Zetsu went in for the kill, and he managed to turn Madara into Kaguya, the 1,000-year quest. Really putting into perspective the extreme patience that Black Zetsu had, because remember, he had to look through all of Indra's reincarnates until he found specifically one that he can manipulate into wanting to combine Ashura's DNA with Indra's DNA to create Rinnegan and put his plan into action. So the man literally had to wait 1,000 years, letting the Shinobi world evolve to finally achieve his goal of reviving Kaguya. And with that being said, that is my number one pick for the Naruto villains of all time. And thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it this far, please let me know how I did. Did I get it spot on? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comments.